You're watching another Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming. Your opportunity to learn the ins and outs of Podio design and development from one of the top Podio partners in the world.
Hey, it's Jordan Samuel Fleming here with another Supercharged Masterclass. Now, today I'm going to dive into something that I care a lot about when I develop Podio systems, and that is whether I use a Podio sort of user field or whether I have my users in an app and I link to that app on an item to, instead of like linking to a Podio user, I actually link using a relationship field to another app. So instead of having the Jordan Fleming Podio user, I'm linking to a Jordan Fleming item in a user's app. This is actually, there's a lot of really fundamental things around this subject. So I'm going to dive into Podio right now and I'm going to show you what I think. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in Podio. Now, let me explain what I mean by do I use a Podio user or do I link? So here I am in my little test workspace. I've got this app, very simple app, and you can see here I've got a reports to, and then I've got a Podio user. And these are what they call members of this workspace, members of my organization. These are Podio accounts here. Now, most often I see people building apps, and of course, when they've got a, this is assigned to, or this account is managed by, I see them use this member field, this what I call the Podio user field. I see them essentially put Podio users onto an item as a way of denoting an ownership or something like that. And that's fine. But of course, there are some problems with it, and it's also lacking a certain amount of opportunity. So when you use a Podio user, in this case, I want to assign my Supercharged podcast user, that's that user. This is my user now assigned on this item. That means that any sort of updates to this item, unless I've silenced the app with notifications, it's going to notify my user. And of course, I can use this as filtering. I can say, okay, well, which person, I can filter down this app and say, okay, well, which Podio user is it? Is it myself or any of these users? So there are those capabilities in there, but it can be noisy unless I shut down those notifications. Is there a better way? Well, I think there is, and that is where you actually create another app and you keep your users there. And to do this, I'm going to pop over to my Assign Force real estate system that I have used for so many years and I've built. And so here we have a users app, and you can see you've got the name and you've got all sorts of information, stuff you can't necessarily get in a Podio user. I can put all this stuff in here. I can put what phone number do they use to call or text from, their email addresses, a signature, permissions, a group. I have a lot of opportunity here. But there's another reason that this is a really good way to go. And in fact, there are two key reasons I do this more often than not. And that is, number one, the noise. By linking to a relationship field, I can use Citrix PWA to create notifications when I want them, and I don't really have to silence anything as much. That's number one. But the second is an even deeper one, and that's if I scroll down a little. Hey, are you using Podio to manage your real estate investment business? Wait! Click the link to find out why thousands of real estate investment professionals are using Podio plus smartphone to make more calls, send more text, and close more deals. Click the link. You can see I've got Podio account here, so I know which Podio account to use, but it's actually just an app. But here's the key thing. At the bottom, we have all these related items. And that's the key bit, because with the Podio user, I am very limited in my ability to see the whole picture. But as we've already talked about in other masterclasses, one of Podio's great strengths is the fact that you can use relationship fields to build this complicated web and to see the whole picture. And this is the same. By linking to a user who is actually an item in my users app, I'm able to see all the contacts, all the documents, all the tasks, all the offers. I'm able to see everything that this user is attached to. I could build tables using calculation fields. I can have that whole picture. And that's actually, having that centralized is a really, really big deal. It really, really helps. So for me, when I'm building a new Podio system, or when I used to, I don't do it very much anymore, but I will always build a user's app. And that user's app I can have all the fields in there that I need to, shirt size and date of birth and all that stuff I need to track my people. But by linking to that from the different apps around my Podio, I am making sure there's one single point where all the ownerships point to. And whether it's tasks or properties, whether it's calls or texts or emails or contacts I own or opportunities or sales, whatever it is, they're all pointing to that one user. And that means I have a phenomenal opportunity to see that whole view. And of course, I can create views and I can create tables to make it easier to visualize. And that's something you can't do efficiently by using the Podio user field. So if it's me, I'd always recommend build that users app. You can track lots more information and then use relationship fields to link in. Well, there you have it. I hope that explained it. As I say, this is kind of one of those fundamental things that you only really learn when you've built a lot of systems. And that just ability to have every part of your system linked to a user as an item in an app, and as opposed to that Podio contact, it gives you so much better visibility. It cuts down on the noise. It gives you great opportunities to use information in the user's app using Citrix PWA, so you can kind of look for things, or if this user has that, do this. You can create automations around assigning that is much more detailed and based on the information in that app. So you can have skill sets or something and look for all people within this and assign. There's just a lot more opportunity, and Podio is about getting those opportunities. So I recommend you take a look at that. I recommend that you look at how this would fit into your Podio ecosystem. And as always, of course, head over to YouTube, give the subscription bell a bang, subscribe to the channel. Do make sure you check out the podcast on all your podcast platforms, and please give it a like, a share, a review. It does help spread the gospel of Podio. Now, you saw something in this video you didn't like, you want to talk to me about something, you want to argue or get me to review something, get me to talk about something, head over to the website, wearegamechangers.com, or the YouTube channel, drop a comment. I'll do my best to respond as quickly as possible. And of course, do make sure, if you are interested on being a guest on the podcast, check over there as well. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming, CEO of Smartphone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to be notified of new podcast episodes, Podio Masterclasses, and in-depth Podio extension reviews.